You know what I thought about? No one really talks about like how hard it is, like even after you have healed from your situational like trauma that you have experienced in your life. No one really talks about like how hard it is to actually like allow people in your circle, like your inner circle, because your discernment is always going to be like on high. Your red flags, everything that you have like learned in previous situations or whatever, you're always going to be able to see these things in different people. So no one really talks about like how hard it is to allow new people into your life without feeling like you have to, not have to, but without identifying things and immediately no. You know what I mean? Like immediately saying, you know what, I can't allow this person into my life because I experienced X, Y, and Z, and that person, they did the same exact thing. And it's a difference between being like traumatized and hurt from like actually having discernment or whatever. I talked to my husband about this, and he had told me, you know, you're not going to meet perfect people. So you have to allow people the space in your life or whatever to be able to, so that you can actually learn them and not automatically just say, okay, well, I have experienced that in the past or whatever, and I feel like they're going to do this. Because you don't know if they're actually going to do that to you or not. And while that may be true, y'all, the red flags be red flagging. And I just be like, you know what, as much as I would like to have a group of friends to hang around with, I would rather to wait on the good Lord to send me somebody that's a little bit more genuine than for me to kind of guess around or whatever. But how do you know? Like, how are you supposed to know if that person is also healing from their trauma or whatever? And maybe God has like aligned the both of you to trauma bond. Scratch that. Don't worry about that part, y'all. Scratch that. That's on the trauma bond. But the reason why I was saying that is because I have this person that's in my life or whatever, and for the longest I have considered her as a close friend. We're in the same like business groups or whatever, and we always end up going to the same exact events or whatever, and when we do, we always have such a great time together. But what I am noticing is that she kind of does the same things as this other frenemy of mine does or whatever. And this other person who I refer to as a frenemy, she's not really a frenemy, y'all, but she's a frenemy because she has so many red flags or whatever. But it's not that I'm trying to give her the benefit of the doubt. It's because it's such a new relationship that I don't want to feel like I'm pushing her away or that I'm being judgmental. So I'm trying to like reevaluate myself to see if it's me or whatever. But I guess I shouldn't call her the frenemy, but the other girl or whatever, who I feel like has like red flags or whatever, it just feels like whenever I do something, and you guys know I launched Digital Pins Academy, and she also had a group that I was actually a member of last year, and it's something that I'm no longer in. I'm still in her group or whatever. It's just we kind of like not part ways, but she kind of had different like agendas. So she was working on different things or whatever. So her primary focus wasn't the group. So we really wasn't like meeting up in the group and things like that. Okay, yeah, my bad. I got a phone call. So I really don't know where I left off at, but I'm just going to start here or whatever. But she kind of just, she kind of stopped like posting and things in her community group or whatever. But long story short, what I'm trying to say is once I launched Digital Pins Academy, okay, keyword Academy, she changed the name of her community and ended it with university. And I was like, I just feel like every time I do something, and let me say this first. You're supposed to inspire and influence people, and they're supposed to inspire and influence you, right? So I'm not saying that it's anything wrong with what she's doing or whatever, but I just feel like there's a lot of red flags because it's always after I do something. And I'm not saying that she's copying, because she's done a lot of amazing things in our community and a lot of people have benefited from her help or whatever. But what kind of made me feel like this is one day I was talking to a mutual friend of ours, and that mutual friend was like, I just feel like so-and-so has done such a great job with you or whatever. What has she done? What has she done for me? Is what I'm trying to figure out. Like, we've always like worked alongside each other. So it's nothing nothing, anything that she has said to me directly. It's always like things that other people would say that she has like said or done. So that's what I was trying to say. I don't want to seem like I'm judgmental or anything like that, because I haven't heard her say anything. She's actually always given me kind words. It's just always been like other people who will say, oh, so-and-so said this or so-and-so did that. And I'll just be like, no, I do my own thing or whatever. Like, we work alongside each other. We create content together. Like, we actually haven't ran business ideas with each other at all. So I was like, when people say things like that, because I was at church, and one of my church members came to me and was like, I think so-and-so has done an amazing job with you. You're so well-spoken. You're doing great with your posting, your content and stuff like that. And I want to tell that woman, girl, I've been creating content since like, the early 2000s. I was a natural hair influencer before I did anything else, and I had like 20,000 followers. I know that's not a lot now, but for me at that particular time, that was a lot. And once I left that hair industry, my following or whatever just dwindled down or whatever, but it is what it is. But I just came to say, it's just kind of hard or whatever. Y'all go ahead. It's just kind of hard or whatever to really just focus on what it is that you are trying to do, because it's like, it's always going to be someone who is, going to be influenced by you. So I don't know, I just kind of feel like there's situations to where I feel like there's some people in my life who are like, who truly mean well, but there's other people who I can identify certain flags or whatever, like I see it, and I don't know, I guess it's the kindness of my heart or whatever. I just don't want those people to be like that, y'all, because I yearn for community. Like, when I say God put me through a season of isolation, like, I'm not talking about weeks. I'm talking about years, like literally years, seasons of isolation, like being by myself. So when I tell you that I'm yearning for a community, and when I finally feel as if I had like received that community, this started to happen. And I was just like, okay, let me just figure out if it's me, because I don't want to be judgmental and be like, oh, okay, well, this person over here is saying this person is doing, X, Y, Z or whatever. Let me not talk to this person, because it could just be me reading too far into it. So that's why I say, no one talks about how hard it is to heal over a situation, but still want to protect your heart at the same time. Yeah, I just don't know. I'm just going to keep on figuring it out or whatever. I just want to come on here and share this with you guys, because I know that there's other people that's out there. Because when I share this with people, well, I can't just say people, because I don't have that many people in my life that I actually share things with. I have a coworker that I talk to, and really I'm leery of saying a lot of things to her too, because y'all, when I say my circle is so small. And like, I'm very weary of sharing things with people. So even though my coworker / friend may be a close person, I kind of tread lightly with talking to her too. And she's a great person, don't get me wrong, she's really great. But everyone has tendencies. But I just want to protect my heart, and I don't want to be pushing people away, like, if that makes sense, in the process, because you never know who God is aligning you with. And I just want to stay prayed up. I just want to continue to ask God for discernment. I just want to continue to allow God to lead me to people who are going to show green flags. You know what I mean? I just don't want to always meet people and feel like I'm running into the same type of people. So it kind of makes me feel like, is it me? Like, is it me? So that's where I'm at with it or whatever. And I don't know. I just feel like there could be somebody else out here that feels the same exact way. And girl, if you do, I understand, okay? We just gonna keep on praying about it. We got to keep on pushing forward, okay? What am I trying to say? What? Because we blessed, okay? We are blessed and highly favored. So we just got to keep on pushing, y'all, okay? So don't think of this as me talking about, trauma or anything like that. I really feel as if I have healed from it, but I may have healed a little bit too much, okay? Because your girl don't want to, you hear me? I don't want to run into those situations again. Like, and I'm talking about like siblings, family, friends, coworkers. Like, I feel like all areas of my life, it's always been situations to where I have run into people who has tried to like capitalize off of me, tried to make me look bad, or was like envious or jealous for whatever reason it may have been, or like they want to one up me. Like I just be really like really living my regular smuggler life, and I will run into people who would just say like little snot comments and stuff, and I just be like, girl, I just met you today and you already doing this. Like, we could have had a beautiful friendship. Like, what's happening? But anyway, y'all, I just made it to my mom's house. My sister has showed down here with her daughter, and they were actually coming over here to say hi to me. And I was trying to tell them they can go ahead or whatever, but they, I guess, saw the camera and was like bagging up or whatever. But let me go ahead and hang up with my little niecey poo. Y'all, I love her. She's so sweet. Her name is Ava. I actually wanted to introduce her to you guys because it's all about family, okay? But y'all, let me go ahead and get back inside or whatever because the mosquitoes is out. All right, loves, until next time. Y'all have a great night. Bye.